down. 50, plant.
50. He's tired of you. He's tired of us. Kill.
On first down, Chandler. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Hey, wahoo!
50, mark 50, mark 50.
Back to throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Chandler. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. We're seeing the full time.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things that I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This one complete to Devin Funchess. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Gurley again here on first down. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Back to throw. Weber will fire one end zone for Cooks. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Looking to throw. Weber forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt.
And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Eluding the pressure right. It's caught by Funchess. And bulldozing his way through. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, Zoo.
36. Watch tight end, tight right. Mike, check, 59.
2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, it might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
You draw corner. Hey, seam 6. Big grip.
He'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They come out here in the eye. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Ready. 8-3.
It's a party now. Hey, Mike,
Get it.
He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. On 3rd and 2, Weber. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be taken at the 13. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And got his man complete. It's a gain of 34.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
He's coming.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Looking to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to go for a big play into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. And they will finally get him down to the 27-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other bats in the league.
Back to throw. Weber. Wide open receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Weber. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Weber able to find Turner. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Weber. Throw complete there. Rodgers. That one goes for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Rams first down.
Check back 21. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Weber. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will knot us up at 10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Hey, check Michael out and check Michael.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
The punt team on now as from their end zone they get it away. Let's take it at around the 40. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Now it's Gurley. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, orbit.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Go, let's go.
They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5.
So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. 30, 20, 10, 5, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, as the first half is winding down, and the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. Zerline good with a PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Brings up second and 1 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Weber. He sets to fire deep. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Chandler, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling. Practice
it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Back to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Set up, 50, plant.
You ain't going nowhere.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Again they run with Gurley. And he's got some space here. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Weber. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Weber. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Weber. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off play action. Weber. And the pressure gets to him again.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Hey, 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 hey.
Now back to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it, And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Watch the edge.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, check. Mike 21. Mike 21. Check.
From the gun, Weaver. He's letting it fly for Cooks, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Colts take over
We got this.
at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll set up a throw. Funchess has it complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They're going to look to throw. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hey, wahoo!
Hey, check, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Whip.
Leo! Let's go! Get set! Let's go!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. They try right side here. Gurley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
They're able to locate Wilson. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you can see them trying to and he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here, we do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Weber. He gets it to Gurley, complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
58, right over there, right over there. Mike, 58, right there. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. 58.
Back to throw. Weaver being chased out left. And it's a fumble, and the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Second and a yard at the 23-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. The Colts on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, Charlie!
Yeah, right over there, yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Ready?
Back to throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That one good for 24 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Go!
You. It comes to me, it's me.
They'll look to throw here. To the right side to Eric Ebron. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game, as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got the 2-score lead. It looked though they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the fourth, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
Off the play fake, Weber. And that one's complete to Gurley. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Rams on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the gun on third down, Weber. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now from Baltimore. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
You. Hey, check back.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Here's Gurley. He'll have a first down inside the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Looking to throw. Weber buying time to under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11. I got you. Go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. There's that man again. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hey, rock it, rock it. Hey, shoot.
Single. 85, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Here we go. Tight end right.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by David Long. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Right. Mike 21, check Mike 21. Watch the curl.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for L.A., that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.